Hi guys, welcome to Girl Tries Games. For this Let's Try, we'll be playing Bioshock Infinite. Now, this will be a blind playthrough, and I must tell you that I started the game and ran into a bunch of technical difficulties with my other computer, so now I'm playing on another computer. Hopefully, it will lag less and there will be less technical difficulties. But yeah, so the first part of the game, not very far into it, but just the first little bits are not going to be blind, but the rest of it will be blind. Also, because this game is so heavy on the graphics, I have to record it at half the size. So if you guys are watching it full screen, it might not do the graphics justice. It's an awesome looking game, and I really recommend you at least take a look at it firsthand once because it looks so good. So I'm sorry that I can't really show that to you with these videos. But yeah, watch it smaller and you might be able to tell how awesome it looks. So yeah, I've played Bioshock 1 and 2, and I really liked those, but I'm not sure if this game will have any spoilers from those games in this, so if you're concerned about that, you might want to keep that in mind, that there may be, but I'm not sure. But I have heard that you don't need to play Bioshock 1 and 2 in order to enjoy this game, and I've just heard so many great things about it, and I'm really excited to get through it. So yeah, let's get started. Play the damn game. Alright, we're gonna start a new game because I've not recorded the other game I started. Or I did, but it got deleted, so. Alright, I'm gonna play on medium, even though I'm tempted to play on easy because I'm so bad at FPS games. But we'll start on medium. If I have to change it, I will. Let's go.
Booker, are you afraid of God?
No. But I'm afraid of you.
The mind of the subject will desperately struggle to create memories where none exist. Barriers to transdimensional travel are Lutess. 1912, coast of Maine.
Are you going to just sit there?
As compared to what? Standing?
Not standing, rowing.
Rowing? Hadn't planned on it.
So you expect me to shoulder
What's
the
this?
burden?
No, but I do expect you to do all the
Booker
rowing.
DeWitt.
And why is that?
Coming here was your idea.
My idea.
I've made it very clear that I don't believe in the exercise.
The rowing.
No. Imagine that's wonderful exercise.
Then what?
The entire thought experiment.
Thought
Excuse me.
experiment.
How much longer?
One goes into an experiment knowing one could fail.
But one does not undertake an experiment knowing one has
Okay,
failed.
so there's
Can we get
some
back to the rowing?
postcards,
I suggest
a
you do.
gun,
We're never going to
a
get there.
key,
No,
and some money.
I mean, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would assist.
Bring
Perhaps you
to
should
New
ask
York
him.
unharmed.
I imagine he has a greater interest in getting there than I do.
I suppose he does, but there's no point in asking.
Why not?
Because he doesn't row.
He doesn't row.
No, he doesn't row.
Ah, I see what you mean.
What? They have some strange little banter going
We've
on.
arrived.
Okay, so we've arrived here at this lighthouse. Let's get out of the boat.
Shall we tell him when we'll be returning?
Would that change anything?
It might give him some comfort.
At least that's something we can agree on.
Hey! Somebody meeting me here?
I'd certainly hope so.
It does seem like a dreadful place to be stranded.
Thanks,
Tell me there's
guys.
someone inside.
I don't even know where we came from. There's no land around that I can see. Okay, so let's check it out. There's a boat. And some money. Gotta get that money. Okay, let's go see if there's anyone waiting for us in the lighthouse. Yeah, this is running so much better than the first time I tried to record it. So, Hopefully it'll look better on YouTube. Alright, let's search these barrels. Money and a can of beans. Can't go wrong with money and beans. Alright, here's the door. DeWitt, bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. This is your last chance. Okay, so we need to bring them a girl. Sounds like kidnapping or ransom or something. And wipe away the debt. So we have some debt going on.
Excuse me, it's Booker DeWitt. I guess you're expecting me?
Of thy sins shall I wash thee. There's our face.
Good luck with that, pal.
So, I think this is the first Bioshock game where you actually have a full name and know what you look like. And the other ones, you're pretty, anonymous. Eat jar of pickles. And get some dinero and some beans. So this food gives us health. I don't think we need health at this point, but who knows. From Sodom shall I lead thee.
Is anyone here? Hello?
Okay, there's a radio playing, but no one we can see yet. No one's answering us. More money and food. Telephone. It's dead, of course. Conveniently. Be prepared, he's on his way. You must stop him. See. So, who is on his way and who is C? That writing looks pretty similar to the note we saw on the back of that postcard that said bring to New York unharmed just a minute ago. But we don't know who that is. The radio has stopped. That's a little creepy. Some coffee. Use the sink. Doesn't seem like it does anything. Alright, items are strewn about. To thine own land shall I take thee. Bloody handprint. More disheveledness. And oh shit.
Shit.
So it looks like this body was dragged. And it says, don't disappoint us. With torture devices. And that cigarette is still lit and going. So someone was just here smoking. And where the hell did they go? In New Eden soil shall I plant thee. Okay, so this sounds like a lot of religious imagery. There's some land. I wonder if that's where we came from. Alright. Can't really see it from here. Oh, there. I guess you can. Okay, up, up, up we go. And here is the top of the lighthouse, and there's this strange door with bells on it. And those symbols look awfully familiar. Let's walk around first and see if there's anything else over here. Of course, more money. And a barrel. Okay, let's go back to the door. See what we can do with it.
Wait a minute, that card.
Aha, so that's where we've seen those symbols before. That card was on the inside of our box that we just got in the boat. So it says scroll one time. So let's ring that once. Key 2 times. Let's ring it twice. And then sword 2 times. Let's ring it twice. Oh, shit!
What in the world is...
Close Encounters. So it's playing back to us what we just played on the bells. So I can't tell if these red lights are coming from the lighthouse itself or the sky. I have no idea. But they're playing that song to each other, it looks like. Okay, what's going on? That's not creepy.
All right. Looks like they expect me to sit in their fancy chair.
So we've been walking around this empty place with notes that are threatening and blood smeared everywhere and a dead body saying don't disappoint us. And then they want us to sit in this creepy chair that shows up out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't know how good of an idea that is, but I think we have no choice.
So, what the hell?
What'd you expect, Booker DeWitt?
Make yourself ready, Pilgrim. The bindings are there as a safeguard.
Oh shit!
No, no, God damn it!
There goes our gun.
Ascension. Ascension in the count of 5. Count of 4.
No, no.
3, 2, 1.
No!
Ascension.
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 Just stay calm.
That's like my biggest fear. I can feel myself being
10,000
nervous.
feet.
Oh, and I'm just watching it.
15,000 feet. Hallelujah.
Ooh, look how beautiful. So the first 2 Bioshocks took place underwater. This one looks like it takes place up in the sky. Parachute. There's some steampunky zeppelins going on. The buildings look a little colonial. Father Comstock, our prophet. Alright, so we've landed. Why would he send his savior unto us, if we will not raise a finger for our own salvation? And though we deserved not his mercy, he has led us to this new Eden, a last chance for redemption. Okay, so that tells a little bit about this situation we've landed ourselves in. I think they're helping their way to salvation. And the prophet shall lead the people to the new Eden. So the prophet, that dude we saw on the poster, was Father Comstock. He led the people here, which they're calling New Eden. We landed in this flooded church. Okay, so we need to find a way into the city. See some money shining over there. Okay, let's find our way out of here.
The seed of the prophet.
The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in the flame. So they're saying the child of the prophet shall sit the throne, so like will rule and die in flame. Okay, that's creepy. The welcome center. There's a couple rooms off to the side. Let's go to the beautiful purple one with the flowers coming out of it. And in my womb shall grow the seed of the prophet. So this must be the wife of the prophet, or the baby mama of the prophet. from the church. Just take all the money we can find. Let's see what's over here. An altar to her. A voxophone. So let's pick up this voxophone and listen to the recording.
Love the prophet because he loves the sinner. Love the sinner because he is you. Without the sinner, what need is there for a redeemer? Without sin,
Find the exit out of this place.
grace has forgiveness.
Without sin, what grace has forgiveness? Okay, let's go to the other room. See what's over there. The Lamb, the future of our city. So the Lamb in Christian religion is symbolic of a sacrifice. So, like Jesus is called the Lamb because of his supposed sacrifice. So the Lamb in this case must be the seed of the prophet, or the child of the prophet, who they're saying is the future of their city. More altar stuff. More money we're taking, stealing from the church. Money, money, money. Okay, so we've looked at both of these little worship rooms.
Excuse me. Where am I?
Heaven, friend. Or as close as we'll see till Judgment Day.
Best keep such questions to myself, unless I want to get made.
Okay. There's stained glass with a sword on it. Stained glass with a key on it. Do those symbols seem familiar to you? They should. Let me guess, the last one's going to be a scroll. So a scroll, a key, and a sword. We've seen those symbols before.
And every year, on this day of days, we recommit ourselves to our city and to our prophet, Father Comstock. We recommit through sacrifice and the giving of thanks, and by submerging ourselves in the sweet waters of baptism. And lo, if the prophet had struck down our enemies at wounded knee and not railed against the Sodom beneath us, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just railed against the Sodom beneath us, but not accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders and not prayed for our deliverance, it would have been enough. If the prophet had only prayed for our deliverance and not led us to this new Eden, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just led us to the new Eden and not purged the vipers of the Orient, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just purged the vipers of the Orient, but not suffered the sacrifice of his beloved, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just suffered the sacrifice of his beloved, but not expelled the vox populi, it would have been enough.
Okay, so it sounds like the prophet has done a lot of stuff, like expelling the vox populi and suffering the sacrifice of his beloved, and something about defeating the vipers of the Orient. So it sounds like they think this prophet has done all these things for them. And it says this path of forgiveness is the only way to the city. Let's enter the circle.
Is it someone new? Someone from the Sodom below, newly come to Columbia to be washed clean before our prophet, our founders, and our Lord?
I just need passage into the city.
Passage to the city. Brother, the only way to Columbia is through rebirth in the sweet waters of baptism. Will you be cleansed, brother?
Hey, I'm just looking to pass through.
Glory be! Glory be!
Alright. We have to accept the baptism to enter the city.
It's either this or turn around and get back on that rocket.
Might as well get it over with.
Hey,
I baptize you in the name of our prophet, in the name of our founders, and the name of our Lord. The bosom of Columbia.
Alright, so
I
this
don't
city is
know,
called
brothers and
Columbia.
sisters, but this one doesn't look clean to me.
Jerk.
who's there? Who's there?
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt!
What do you want?
We had a deal to it! Open this door right now!
I told you. I'm not gonna do it.
So I don't
Go
know if
away.
this is a flashback,
DeWitt! Mr. DeWitt!
because whoever's knocking on the door is saying, bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. That's what the note said on the front of the lighthouse door. And it looks like there's a bunch of racing forms for horse races. So it looks like Booker DeWitt might be a gambler, and maybe that's where his debt is coming from. There's a gun and a badge. Some cards and some booze. Can't see out the window. I don't know if this is a dream. Booker DeWitt, investigations into matters both public and private. So he's an investigator. There's New York City with those steampunky zeppelins bombing it. And us! Oh snap. Good, here we are, not in New York City.
That idiot priest needs to learn the difference between baptizing a man and drowning one.
Okay, so I guess we came out of there.
I need to find a landmark and figure out where the hell I am.
Alright, so we need to find a landmark. Locate the Statue of Columbia. Okay, so if we look at these statues, it says Father Franklin, Father Washington, and Father Jefferson. So, for those of you non-Americans or people who just aren't familiar with American history, Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, and Thomas Jefferson are considered to be the founding fathers of our country. And so it's kind of funny that they put them in this like religious kind of father figure sense. And also something interesting is look what they're holding out. There's a key, a sword, and a scroll. So those must be some pretty important religious symbolism for these people.
Our prophet fills our lungs with water, so they may better love the air.
Ah, that's not creepy or anything. I'm gonna almost drown you so you'll appreciate the air more. Okay, so our health's a little low from that almost drowning. What is Columbia if not another ark for another time? So that also says a lot about this religion. So Columbia, we know, is this city that we've landed in, up in the sky. And if you guys I don't know much about biblical stuff, but I think, as far as I know, in the whole ark, Noah's Ark thing happened because there was Sodom and Gomorrah, which were like these really crazy sinful places that God thought people were just fucking up. So he wiped them away with the flood and created this ark with Noah and his family, and all that, Noah's Ark stuff. So I guess they think that Columbia is the place where these people will be saved, while the Sodom below, which the priest was mentioning, or the place of sin, of extreme sin, will be wiped away, killed off. So that's interesting.
He who crossed the Delaware with flaming sword and wings
a rebel
of angels.
against ignorance
Okay,
and
they're
Watch over me.
praying.
By the sword
And the scroll. And the key.
Amen.
Sword and the scroll and the key. They're praying
no
to the
chance,
founding
no luck.
fathers.
Only providence. And
that you see.
Just 'cause the city flies don't mean it ain't got its fair share of fools. All right. Still got a girl to find.
Okay, so we have a girl to find. And we've seen this quote before. The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man. Alright, let's get out of here. And here's this dizzying city that's gonna make me seasick. Floating down. Look how beautiful it is. I wish I could record at full screen because oh my god, the graphics are awesome.
I know, Mr. Rossignol. I've never had an oyster.
They're flirting.
Mr. Rossignol,
I guess this is the church
terrible.
where they can't be flirty. These people are just flirting straight on the street.
Good to see you.
So buildings dock here. He was talking about buildings docking on time.
Perfect day for the celebration.
Father Comstock must have
There's a
received.
celebration.
Lady Comstock, our beloved mother of forgiveness.
Lady Comstock, the mother of forgiveness, he was yelling. All of Columbia celebrates. Okay, so there's a celebration going on today.
That statue, I just think it fails to capture Father Comstock's absolute, divinity.
Alright, so that's not the statue of Columbia, that's the statue of Father Comstock, the prophet.
Light does not matter to a liver discount.
Saltonstall's alright, I tell you. Says he's for faith, family, and fatherland. Who could be against all that?
So here's Hudson's, a clothes store it looks like. And here's the daily docking schedule, so that means that it docks only at certain times during the day. So that's kind of interesting. These buildings just kind of float around to different areas, I guess. Let's go see what's over here. Some money and some popcorn. We're replenishing our health here from that almost drowning, the near drowning baptism. Pilgrims, welcome.
Artists, my dear fellow. They are a temperamental and unreliable lot.
Here's a movie to watch. Father Comstock's Gift of Prophecy. In the midst of the darkest storm, the great prophet foresees bright sunshine, and lo, it appears. What will the great prophet reveal next? The prophet. The end. Okay, so the prophet, I guess, just
landscaping is half finished. The statue
is a prophet,
hasn't arrived.
obviously.
The fountain is full of rainwater, for God's sake. Even the marigolds are still unplanted. All work which should have been
So
done.
this guy's just complaining and complaining. Alright, here's a voxophone. Let's listen to it.
And then the archangel showed a vision. A city, lighter than air. I asked her, "Why do you show this to me, archangel? I'm not a strong man. I'm not a righteous man. I am not a holy man." And she told me the most remarkable thing. "You're right, prophet. But if grace is within the grasp of one such as you, how can anyone else not see it in themselves?"
What's popular even mean, for heaven's sake?
It's Latin. It means...
Latin.
Vox Populi, she was saying. So Father Comstock's recording was talking about how he saw an angel, I guess, that told him to lift up into the sky. And then those people were talking about the Vox Populi, which we've heard before from the priest. And he said it's Latin, and I don't really know Latin, but I think Vox means voice. And Populi, I'm gonna assume, is like the people, or like the population. So the voice of the people, maybe? That's my guess. Not sure. There's a parade!
After the victory at Wounded Knee, the angel Columbia did present herself to
Okay, so that kind of told a lot about the history. So after the battle at Wounded Knee, which was like a big massacre that happened, I think it was like I think it was the wars against the American Indians, the Native Americans. I don't know. I'm really bad at history, so please forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm telling you what I think it was. So it was a battle against the American Indians, you know, just pretty much stealing their land. And there was a massacre. So they're saying after the Father Comstock fought in that battle, I guess.
Picking the right event to attend on a day like today is
an
serious
angel
business,
came to him.
Can't be everywhere.
And they rose up to this
Columbia,
new Eden
Raffle,
that
and
they're
Fair.
calling this city to be saved. And then the lamb was born, or the child of the prophet.
But a bit weak in the key in the scroll. If you get
Strong in the sword, but weak in the key and the scroll. Interesting. More of that key and scroll and sword stuff. Okay, so I'm just looting all this money everywhere.
Warm temperatures and light variable winds
Honor system, eh?
afternoon. In short, a beautiful day for the
We could steal the money.
festivities, Columbia. And now, back to the music.
Haha. Honor system, we don't do that. Here's some health. I don't think we really need it though. Let's see. The health kit we can't keep in our inventory. It just automatically replenishes our health.
Is this girl?
The false shepherd seeks only to lead our lamb astray. So there's a false shepherd around. Let's watch the movie about the false shepherd. Who is the false shepherd? Is it him? Is it him? Or him? Is it you? Only our vigilance protects the lamb from the false shepherd. So it kind of brainwashes these people to teach them to be wary of this false shepherd who's supposed to come and hurt their lamb or lead her astray, and it even is making them fear themselves, asking, is it you? That's kind of scary. Fucked up.
Would you care for a boutonniere? We're raising money for the Girls' Patriotic League.
Oh, sorry. My mouse sensitivity is like going crazy. This pretty little garden with a voxophone.
One man goes into the waters of baptism, a different man comes out, born again. But who is that man who lies submerged? Perhaps that swimmer is both sinner and saint, until he is revealed unto the eyes of man.
Okay, more preaching from Father Comstock, the prophet. The gayest quartet.
I may not always
The music of tomorrow, today.
but long as there are
Isn't that a Beach
stars
Boys song?
above you
Okay. Here's more health and salt and stuff, but we don't need any of that right now, so there's no point needing it.
That kind of talk draws attention.
Oh, don't turn into some faint and radical on me, John. I do not want to be some character out of I Married Vox Populi, now do I?
Okay. All these people's conversations are pretty interesting. Gives us a lot of information. I don't want the chips, I want the money. There we go. Oh, there's our statue.
Yeah, that's where they said I'd find her.
Telegram, Mr. DeWitt.
Huh.
Telegram for you, sir.
DeWitt, stop. Do not alert Comstock to your presence. Stop. Whatever you do, do not pick number 77. Stop. Lutess.
Lutess. So that sounds familiar. Lutess. I think that was who the quote in the beginning of the game was by. Also, it said, do not pick number 77 and do not alert Comstock to your presence. So that's a little scary considering the prophet is Comstock. And he seems to kind of rule the place. Look at these people flirting it up. Everyone's so flirty here. Alright, let's look in a telescope. So there's the statue that we're looking for. We have to somehow get there to Monument Island. There's a dude juggling. Alright. Where's the dude juggling? He's gone. That's creepy.
Why, good day to you, sir.
Hello.
Everyone looks exactly the same and they're staring at me. It's creepy.
Look at her. Ain't she some kind of beauty? You know, that's where all the immigrants used to pass through.
Wish they still allowed average Janes and Joes to enter. You know, you gotta be somebody now.
So, you gotta be somebody to get here. Are we somebody then? We got here. Here's where that guy was juggling and is no longer here. Here's a bunch of health that we don't need. Please, mind the gap. That's like the tube. Okay, let's see. So we're still trying to get to Monument Island. Let's go up to the fair.
I agree.
You keep saying that.
First,
Should we go in?
ask Mr. Jeremiah Fink to bring to you these amazing wonders. Praise be to our prophet, and praise be to our fair city.
A life that's
If I
bigger
told
is a
you
life
a man
that's
could
bigger.
shoot lightning from his fingers now, would you believe me? If I told you a man could hoist a 1-ton stallion straight into the air, would you believe me? Well, friends, I am here today to tell. Those are no flights of fancy. Those are no tall tales told behind the pool hall. No, sir, no, ma'am. Those are vigors I'm talking about. Brought to you courtesy of Mr. Jeremiah Fink himself.
Okay, so it seems like vigors are plasmids from Bioshock 1 and 2. The powers that you get.
Tips of your fingers.
Here's another movie, The Envy of All His Peers.
You know our prophet is kind.
The envy of all his peers. Looks like Jimmy's friends are jealous. Because Jimmy's dad gave him a pack of Minor Victory. Minor Victory, the only brand designed especially for kids. Well, that's not offensive or anything. Children smoking.
To you
That's
these
nice.
amazing wonders. Praise be to our prophet.
Okay, so here we are at the fair. Let's see what's here.
Riding the Skyline solo was originated by adolescents. Little joyriders. Didn't even have proper tools before Fink introduced the Skyhook. More than one of those damn fools ran and broke their necks riding donkey things.
Okay, so he's talking about the skyhook being used on the
Young sir,
skyline.
young miss, roll up and try the amazing power of Bucking Bronco. Whether you need it lifted, lofted, tossed, or tumbled, Bucking Bronco is just the ticket.
Okay, let's try Bucking Bronco.
Find the devil good. Young sir, young miss, roll up and try the amazing power of Bucking Bronco. Whether you need it lifted, lofted, tossed, or tumbled, Bucking Bronco is
Hit the
just
devil
the
3
ticket.
times. Let's do it. Okay, there's the devil.
And there's
So
devil
this
number
vigor, which is the same as plasmid, it seems, lifts up whoever you shoot it at.
Woo, he's on a roll. And that's 3.
Wrong person.
We have a winner.
wrong person.
Here you go, friend. And remember, if you needed lifted, lofted, tossed, or tumbled,
We got
Bucking
some
Bronco
money.
is your answer.
So I guess Bucking Bronco is the name of that vigor. Okay, so that's basically teaching us how to use those.
Dirty boxer at it again. See them villains zipping around, spreading their
Another
lies
game.
and dissent. Fear not.
Let's play this shooting shotgun game. So 5 points, we get cigarettes. 10 points, we get some money. 20 points, we get a purse. Alright, let's see how good we can be at this.
Put them out of this scar. Put them out of this scar.
Oh no, I missed him.
Look at this fella go. Any box left when you're almost there. Keep it up. Any box left when you're done. You more for the record.
I missed 2. Shit. I missed a lot. Oh, second place. Alright, so we get the money. So yeah, that's just teaching us how to use guns, how to shoot at things. The pissed off clown. I see the guy that was juggling earlier. Who disappeared. Let's see, what's over here? Robotic horses that we saw earlier on the street.
Mechanical, the automatic stallion, the horse of the future.
Kids smoking. That's real good for you kids. Let's see what's up here.
You used one yet?
Oh my, no.
I have.
Liar.
Honest. Nearly blew the windows out of my house.
The advances in science and wonder we've seen in our lifetime. Soon enough, Fink and Lutess will be sending folks to the moon.
Wouldn't that be
Fink
something?
and Lutess.
Moon people.
We've heard those names before. Fink was where that guy outside was talking about the Vigors. He said Jeremiah Fink. Seems that he's the someone who runs the Vigors. And Lutess.
Hot dogs, hot dogs, Alexander hot dogs, Columbia's finest,
Lutess
worth
is
every
the
cent.
quote we saw in the beginning of the game, and
Red
the
hot dogs,
person who sent us the
Colombian as
telegram.
apple pie, patriotic as a rifle, delicious as a sweetheart
Voxophone.
kiss.
Hear your voice from the past in the present.
Voxophones. These are the recordings.
Say something, Sonny.
What's a voxophone? What's a voxophone?
Exactly that. A personal record of voice.
Hey, just so we're clear, I'm not paying for this.
Just a demonstration, sir.
Have you sampled any of the new vigors here today?
I usually wait till Fink works out the kinks enough. It's safer that way.
So yeah, Fink, I guess, invents the Vigors.
You think secrets and
Who will hunt them down? Hey, you!
Venny
Handy with a
Viddy
rifle?
Vigor.
Looking to do your part for Columbia?
Okay, so this is a vending machine. Bucking Bronco, I think, was the power we were using in that Cast Out the Devil game that lifts up the devil. But we don't have nearly enough money. So, can't get that right now. There's another shooting game. Let's see if we can do better this time.
Try.
So we're shooting the Vox Populi.
Now, shoot the Vox when they appear, get enough, and you'll win a prize. I'll even throw in a bonus if you bag the anarchist Daisy Fitzroy.
The anarchist Daisy Fitzroy.
A natural gunslinger.
Oh, I missed it. Terrible.
Another shot.
Terrible, terrible.
Almost
No, I stopped the radical one. I don't know why. Oh, Daisy Fitzroy, I missed her. Yeah, we're not gonna win. We're gonna get cigarettes.
natural gunslinger. Another shot right on the money.
Oh.
Well done, sir.
The anarchist Daisy Fitzroy. Oh, we got second place. Okay. Alright, let's take our money. Okay, so yeah, it's just to get you used to using guns, which I'll never get used to. Especially since first-person shooters. What is this?
Technological prowess.
Live forever with Betterman's Auto Bodies, the handyman. A modern miracle. Live pain-free evermore. One simple procedure.
Come on down and see the amazing handyman.
That
is
looks
he man?
fucked
Is he
up.
machine? Only Colombian ingenuity could create such an amazing
Look at that
marvel.
guy. And he doesn't like having pictures taken of him. You can see before it says tweet tweet and he's crying in the hospital, it looks like. And then after
Right
he's
up and see
happy.
the eighth wonder of the world. He's big. He's bold. He's the amazing.
Have you ever seen anything like it?
He looks so sad.
Sad. When you're that strong, what's there to be sad
Salt
about?
machine. Okay.
4 flavors. That many? What's wrong with good old vanilla?
We don't need any more help. What's going on over here? Kids playing and not smoking. That's good.
Howdy,
sign.
sailor. What port do you call home? Any port in a storm? You know what I mean?
No. What? That's awkward.
This creep business. I bet he could lift that
Free
entire
sample.
It's time to take back control from the men of metal. With possession, you are the master. You will bend any machine to your will.
Okay, let's try it.
Do one of those.
With just a whisper, they're all ears.
Okay. Possession.
Press to turn machines into allies.
Cool. With possession equipped, press right mouse to make a machine friendly to you.
What the hell was that?
Okay, so we have a power that will make machines friendly to us. Let's go try it on the vending machine. See if that'll make it cheaper. Get that money out of us. Not that much. But no cheaper. So we can't buy it. Oh well. But now our salts are low. See at the bottom left corner the blue bar. So we can replenish that by using this salt machine. And we're replenished. Okay, so let's try to get into the raffle.
Sorry, pal. The raffle is on.
Okay, so the raffle's sold out. We can't get in. So if we try to use our possession power on it...
Well, if it isn't Assemblyman Buford, your spot at the raffle awaits. Don't know why I didn't recognize you before. Odd. Always good to have gentlemen of your
Let's
caliber at
replenish
our fine
ourselves.
fairgrounds.
Since we used it on that guy. And let's go to the raffle.
Heads.
Or tails.
Come on, let me through. Heads.
Or tails.
Okay, let's flip the coin.
Tails.
Told you.
I never find that as satisfying as I'd imagined.
Chin up. There's always next time.
I suppose there is.
Alright, so looks like heads always comes up.
We won't leave until you do. You have my word on that.
Okay. Is it a trick coin? I don't know.
Is it that time of year already?
When the young ones misbehave, escorts children to their grave. Never backtalk, never lie, or he'll drop you from the sky.
That's a creepy thing to teach kids. Another vending machine. Okay, our health is full and our salts are full, so we don't need to buy anything. Oops.
Product
There's some money here. And we could also get some money from it. But now our salts are depleted. I wonder if it's worth it. How much does replenishing salts cost versus how much money you get out from using the salts? I don't think it's worth it. We didn't get that much money. We didn't get $67. Oh well. I hear them talking about the raffle in the background.
Look at that one. He looks lost. He looks just fine to me.
Mary, you are a living, walking scandal. I heard the Father Franklin machines will be taking in new stock soon.
Father Franklin machines?
My role model? Why, Lady Comstock, of course.
The prophet bless her and keep her.
Oh, that poor woman. The things she suffered.
She suffered.
Suffering don't make you holy.
Well, it certainly doesn't hurt.
So I guess Lady Comstock suffered, they're saying. We also heard the priest mentioning how the prophet had to suffer the sacrifice of his beloved. So what happened to Lady Comstock?
This little beauty? The whole division got them. If we're gonna flush the Vox out of the Skyline system, we gotta have the best.
Huh? They got any openings in the group?
System.
I'd love to bust some Vox skull.
Okay, so that looks like some creepy torture device. What's going on? Interesting. That statue looks like that thing is floating on the hand of it. And there's like an electrical current running through it. Whatever that means. These kids are just playing next to it and they don't even care. Pick up voxophone.
Madam Lutece.
Madam Lutece.
I've read all your books on the sciences. Mama says it's not a fit occupation for a lady, but I think she's jealous of our cleverness. Is it true that only you were allowed to visit the girl in the tower? If the lamb is lonely too, I should like to meet her, as we would have much in common. Warmest regards, Constance.
Okay, so that statue was of Lutece, again, and it said, the one who gave Columbia her wings. And so we know Columbia is this city, so it must be that Lutece is the one who figured out how to make it fly. Also, that recording just said that Lutece is the only one able to visit the lamb up in the tower. Well, that's interesting. Collect all the money in the trash. People don't care about money in this city, apparently. Uh-oh. You shall know the false shepherd by his mark. So, guess what mark we have? That is not good. Alright, I'm going to end this video here. So in the next video, we'll continue on to try to find a way to Monument Island to get the girl that we need in order to wipe away our debt. So stay tuned for that video, and thanks for watching.